Hello everyone on YouTube, welcome back. This is Jordan here, and while I'm not showing off any keyboards today, this video is about keyboards because it's something I've not been looking forward to doing this year, and it's another Christmas keyboard rant. Remember the last time I did a keyboard rant and it was about Rock Jam? Well, there are some really bad keyboards out this year, and some really good keyboards out this year, and I want to talk about them. One, don't invest in any keyboard that is branded global or GL something. They're likely rip-offs of other keyboards, and some of them have terrible songs like Quang Zhong Xing or Huaya Hang Xing Shong. Sorry about this, but I cannot speak Chinese properly, so excuse me, but those are examples of songs you're going to find on keyboards like that. And the Yamaha Psr E373, Yamaha has not learned from their Psr E343 mistake. Up until then, well, since the E343 was released, the E3 series has had felt speakers. Do not get your child a Psr E373 keyboard without watching this. If you've got a pet cat, keep this thing away from there. Fabric can easily scratch, meaning that the speakers will be broken anyway because, well, your cat scratched them. So, message to Yamaha, stop putting fabric speakers on those keyboards. I mean, just look at the E463. Metallic speakers. That is what the E373 should have had. But you had to go cheap on those fabric speakers. There are better keyboards out there, folks. Go and invest in something more affordable. And that leads me to Yamaha's alternative, the Psr E273. I've been pretty interested in that keyboard ever since it was first announced. It looks kinda nice. And while it is a beginner-friendly keyboard, it's probably got some nice features. You could basically say it's a bigger version of Yamaha Remy PSS E30. It's essentially the same, but with just extra features on. And yeah, so my advice is, if you're looking to get someone a keyboard for Christmas, invest in a keyboard that you or your child is gonna enjoy. And now that I've spoken about adult keyboards bigger keyboards, I want to talk about keyboards, smaller ones. The one keyboard you should avoid buying is the Meowsic keyboard. This keyboard came out back in 2011 and is the ugliest toy keyboard to date. According to the description, it has 4 drum sound effects, 6 instruments, 8 rhythms, 20 demo songs, and plus 7 witty kitty songs. Geez, you'd rather get your cat for Christmas rather than your child, because it's shaped like a cat, it's got a cat on the top, and it comes with a microphone. Another bad keyboard, and honestly, this is probably the worst keyboard I have ever seen, and I'm glad it is discontinued. It is called the Everbright keyboard. It comes with 32 keys. It comes with 8 rhythms, 4 drum sound effects, and 6 demo songs. This keyboard has been discontinued since 2002. Another keyboard for kids you should avoid is the M. Sandmarson keyboard. It's a rip-off. You don't want to get that keyboard. I don't know much about it, but all I know is it's a rip-off. And yeah. Moving on, there are some keyboards I do recommend you get if you're going for the cheap keyboards that are tiny. Number one, still being sold, the Rocktunes 37 key keyboard. Right here. It has 37 keys. It has 4 drum sounds. It has 8 rhythms, 8 instruments, and 22 demo songs. The description on the Smith's Toy Superstore's website says it has 5 drums, but they're wrong because that button after the symbol just brings up a bunch of sound effects and drum interjections. And the button to the right of that just makes it whistle. It uses 3 AA batteries compared to the old one, which used 4. A better alternative to that keyboard, if you can't get it, is the Excite 37 key Super Sounds keyboard. His keyboard comes with the same specs, minus the DJ sounds, but the good thing is this keyboard does its best to imitate the 2009 version of the Rocktunes 37 keys, and it does it in a really good way, and I absolutely love it. Probably one of the nicest keyboards out there. It's a shame I've not seen these around though, so maybe you can't get these anymore. The next keyboard I'd recommend, if you're lucky to find it, is the Super Music Center keyboard. The Super Music Center is a 2010 keyboard released by a company called Carousel. Now I know Carousel is a Tesco exclusive brand, but the chipset found in the keyboard is of course a Carousel chipset. The keyboard comes with 12 instrument effects, 12 rhythms, apparently so, 8 demo songs, and no volume control. It also comes with automatic switch off, which many toy keyboards do these days. And lots of other unique features. Another toy keyboard I highly recommend is the Yamaha E330, although you could get that one. If you can't afford the Psr E373, then this is the keyboard for you. It's the 37 key version. It's basically the cheaper version. Everything I said about the Psr E273, it's exactly the same, but it's just a Yamaha 37 key keyboard. I don't know if these are available in Europe, in the UK specifically, but yeah, if someone can clarify on that, that'd be good. The next keyboard I would recommend, there's quite a lot of good toy keyboards out there, especially modern ones, is a keyboard that came out back in 2011. It's called the Technobeat keyboard. Not much I know about this keyboard, but it's got a good design. Seems to be worthy of a soft spot on anyone's Christmas list, and it isn't too flimsy. Another good keyboard for those exclusively in the UK, which I don't think Tesco is selling these anymore, but the Carousel My First keyboard. Essentially a stripped down smaller version of the Super Music Center keyboard. The only difference is you only get 3 demo songs normally if you were using it normally. But there is a way to get the other songs, which I've showed before, even though I've not got the keyboard. And you get 3 of the instrument effects. And the final video, a part of this video, is what if you want to get some older keyboards like me? Well, I definitely recommend a lot of older keyboards, and there's some keyboards I deeply do not recommend. The one I do not recommend is the Farfisa G7. Now, as much as I like Bontempi keyboards, I do not like the Farfisa G7. It's a clone of a Bontempi keyboard, if you ask me. I do have the Bontempi PM695, which, trust me, you're better off with that one. It was discontinued in 2002. The next keyboard that I clearly don't recommend you getting is the Yamaha Psr E373/Yamaha Psr E373. Simply put, they're clones of the PSR 200 and PSR 300 respectively, which are better options. The only difference is they're just different casing design. Another bad keyboard is the Yamaha Psr E313. It's just got terrible player value. And now, I'm going to go on to the good keyboards. Starting with my absolute favourite keyboard, this was the keyboard that started my keyboard playing career. The Yamaha Psr 220/PSR 230. Now you're wondering, 230 and 220. Both keyboards are from the same family. The only difference the 230 has is guide lamps and music cartridges, which the 220 doesn't have. Otherwise, it's essentially the same layout, same songs, same styles, and same voices. A keyboard that came out a year after the PSR 220 is the PSR 8000, which is currently the main keyboard I use, despite it having a floppy disk drive. And I am not replacing that floppy disk drive anytime soon. Another great keyboard, if you're into really old sliding style keyboards, is the Farfisa FK5. This is the only one by Farfisa I deeply recommend. I had this keyboard for a short while. To access your voices, there's a switch on the right which you would slide all the way to access many different voices, and your rhythms are accessed by sliding too. The only pressable button on the keyboard is obviously your keys, but the non-keys, the only pressable button is your fill-in button. And there's only one demo song, and that's So When the Saints Go Marching In. Probably one of the nicer keyboards, reminiscent of the old Farfisa home organs. And another good keyboard is the Eamon Lp 6180 keyboard, released in 2010. This keyboard appears to have been made in partnership with Modeli, and I believe Casio were also involved too, because Modeli also provided some of the instruments. Casio let them use some of the rhythms. There's not much to know about this keyboard. All I know is it comes with 61 keys, pitch bend and modulation wheel. No modulation wheel. The keys are touch sensitive, and you get 50 demo songs, including my absolute favourite one, which I'm pretty sure you know which one that is. Yeah. There are many different variations of this keyboard, including the LP6180A, LP6110, LP6110A, the Livingston DM version, and many others. I have yet to find one of those keyboards because I believe it's got some potential to be a great keyboard. Let me know what you guys think, because I want to know too. Thank you for watching, and have a nice day.